Hello, Paul. This is Don with MecSoft Support. I'm wanting to make this short video to show you how to tighten up the tolerances for your tool path so that you could get a better, smoother tool path. So let's look at the V-carving operation you have now. I loaded your last file that you sent, and you see that it's obviously not to the correct tolerance for machining. So what we're going to do, the reason for this is the complexity of some of the curves that you have loaded into VisualCAD. So what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and save this out as a knowledge base. And let's get the correct file. Okay, and I'm going to use the VKB file extension right here, and I'm going to say save. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and export this geometry to an IGES file. IGES is a neutral format. What it does is it will recalculate the geometry. We're going to export it as an IGES file, and then we're going to import it back in as an IGES file. So the first thing we'll do, we'll go ahead and save it. We'll export it, and we're going to export it as a .IGES file. There's a number of formats here. We're going to use IGES because IGES is good for curved geometry. The other formats, the step format, is only for solid models or closed surface models. We're going to use the IGES, and we're going to use the same name. Actually, let's go and use the -rev1, and we'll save that. Okay, so we're going to save that. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start a new file. And what we're going to do is we're going to, very first thing we're going to do, we're going to go up to the Home tab, and we're going to look at our options. And we see that the default tolerance is 2000. So we're going to up that to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal places. Pick OK. And now what we're going to do is we're going to import that IGES file back in. So we're going to go, and we're not going to open it, we're going to use the import. And we're going to go to the I picked the IGES file that we last saved. Let's see, which one was it? 49. Okay. And what this does is when it imports it, it recreates the geometry based on the current tolerance that you have defined in your options dialog. So now let's zoom in on the P, and we're going to load your knowledge base. And we're going to get rid of this one, and we're going to edit this one, and we'll reselect these two curves, and then we'll generate. So you see that you have a nice smooth curve imported. We didn't have to make any changes to the the V-carve machining operation. We didn't have to do anything to the curves. I may have mentioned previously you can use some of these commands to try to smooth out or refit the curves. You don't really have to do anything like that. If you just export it as an IGES, change your, this is the key, to change your options, your default chord height tolerance. We set it to 5 decimal places, and then we imported the geometry, loaded your knowledge base, and regenerated the operation. I hope that helps. Bye-bye.